Spit to the beat. Podcast. It's all about inside the music industry.
Nobody do it better. '25 episode collection of Spit to the Beat podcast. I touched on some questions about being diverse and stuff like that. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I love a lot of different genres. Growing up, I listened to a lot of metal, a lot of emo, a lot of rock, stuff like that. And then, my parents were always into Motown. My mom was into bluegrass. And we got trained in classical. So definitely just have always been interested in every genre. So I feel like it really affects my music that way because I don't mind putting emo elements, whatever elements into my music if kind of that's where it's leading me. So that's kind of where the genre bending comes in with just me liking everything and not being exclusive to any type of music.
Good. I was going to ask you about that because I know the other thing that you like the folklore and hey, that's amazing.
I was just never afraid to try different stuff. I always wanted, even when I took a stab at rapping, they were like, why are you rapping it? Because my baby sister would tell me, you're too proper. You're talking. And I was trying to get her to understand that I had to learn the lyrics first. Then I incorporate the style.
Right.
And so
right.
when she first heard me do it on stage, it blew her mind. She said, you sound like you really know how to rap. I said, girl, I'm just pretending, please. But you would be amazed that, singing wasn't my first choice. I was a ball player for all my life. I broke my ankle in high school playing basketball.
Did you?
And yeah.
Okay.
I've always been able to sing, but I was such a tomboy. Makeup, you didn't see me in no makeup, earrings. I learned a lot of my diva stuff from the lady named Brenda Neal. She got into me when I first competed on Apollo. She said, you better take yourself to the mall and let them put some makeup on your face so you can know how to wear makeup. Don't you go up there and get that. And I can't believe I'm telling you this. I had a curl for years. Oh. So yeah, it was just a big transition.
So let's talk about your music journey. You're a songwriter, like you just said, music producer, educator, entrepreneur, all of that. How has your journey been in the music industry?
Man, actually, I'm still on my journey, man. It's a never-ending journey. If anybody says that they're where they want to be, man, they're lying. I started, let me go back. I grew up in Fraser.
Okay.
And it was only a few options. Either sell dope, join the gang, sports, or music. Music was the best option for me.
Okay.
Plus, I grew up in a music household, so we listened to everything from Conway Twitty to Sam Cooke to the Isley Brothers. So it was just in me. And my mom tells a story all the time. When I was a baby, she used to hold me over a piano key and let my feet tap the keys, and I just never
definitely involved in the music industry all over the place. So let's tell my audience a little bit about Cody Little.
Cody Little. I have been in music. I'm 32, so I have been in music.
Hey, you actually got a birthday coming up, right?
That's right, baby. May 15th. Let's go.
Right.
If y'all want to get me something, my Cash App works. Okay, just give me some money.
Put it out there.
Cody M. Little. But I've been in music my entire life. I've been in music maybe since I was maybe 4. My dad's a pastor. So I grew up in a Baptist church where my dad believed in full control of the business of church. He believed in hey, the more I can keep in house, the more I know I'm gonna have every Sunday. So my older brother He's 7 years older than me. He grew up playing organ at our church because my dad got tired of finding different.
Well, you were living there during that time when like Tupac and all these major rappers were getting killed and stuff like that. Did that affect you in any kind of way? Or think about like, need to hold up on my game or what's going on with me? And then God had to come through and save you.
Well, in that party like in the club, like I don't sing some crazy stuff. I don't sing, some crazy stuff. And hell opened my eyes, like man, I need to chill. But like I said, it's 21, 26. I'm living a fast life, man. I want to think about, okay, well, that happened. Yeah. Think about it. I'm gonna go party next week. Man, what a moe is.
Right.
It's gonna be a champagne campaign next week.
I hear you.
So that's on my mind. But like I said, I enjoyed my life when I was young, especially my 20s. Lord, yeah, God knows.
So along playing the drum, growing up and stuff like that, what else have you done?
Video.
Who you dealing with? This day crazy.
He probably got an idea.
I guess that's right. An idea. That's all. I got an idea.
I'm getting video.
Then I heard God again, like, you cannot give up. Like, I put this in you, so you have to do the work. This is what I put you on earth for, so you have to do it. So can't disobey God.
Right, better not.
No.
You like, well, that boy got too much swag. Stay away.
Yeah.
No, he's super talented, man, ambitious, and it's good to have him on the stage because he's really focused on his career and really pushing himself.
Let's talk about that. Now, the name of the festival is Listening Out Loud Music Festival. How did you come about that name? Listening Out Loud.
Because it's independent artists, and so sometimes you have to, I need you to listen, Linda. You're right. Listen out loud. You have to listen out loud because these are independent artists. And so it's a noise, it's a certain sound that we're going for, and we want people to really pay attention. And then just a play on LOL, right? LOL Music Fest, and then, LOLMF. No.
It's a T.I. T.I. the rapper.
Yeah.
Play some music for him. He came down here during the summer, last summer. Then I did Kelly Price.
Yeah. So
Kelly Price, y'all know she an R&B singer and everything, but those two names stand out. And like I said, I did some local stuff, here with some singers and stuff like that here from, Terry Harris. Did some stuff with him. Did some stuff with Chris J.
Okay.
Different guys, but now, just DJing, it kind of like took over. I mean, a lot of people like good quality and everybody like what I do. So it's like I'm booked pretty much every.
That's the one thing about you. You're going to give people good quality because I know your butt. Because you like to perform while DJ, and most DJs don't do that. They always just stand behind the turntable and the laptop. But you give these folks a complete show, man. I'm like, Derek, for a minute I said, Derek doing too much. But then people start loving it, man. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Deborah Manning Thomas. I'm doing the Spit to the Beat podcast this week. Make sure you join me. It's going to be good.
What's up, everybody? This your girl, LaShawna Puryear. Please join me on Thursday, March the 23rd on Spit to the Beat podcast as we talk about the evolution of hip-hop.
Hey, this is Retro McFly. Catch me on Spit to the Beat podcast this Thursday.
Oh, you got motion. You got motion. And that's all you needed. That's all you needed. And now you're stepping with the big dogs. Turn them up, George. You stepping with the big dog. Listen to me. Everybody else had their turn. Now you coming for what's yours. Now you coming for what's yours. Listen to me. They doubted you. They played with you. They ain't think you could be who you was. They ain't think you could be who you are. But you pressure. You being pressure. And pressure's your middle name. And they got to feel everything you bring. Even if it's pain. It's big dog. Turn them up, George. Woo! They gonna feel this. Turn them up. Yeah, that's real.
New Spit to the Beat podcast, Midnight Design, where you can host your podcast with us. Miss Danielle Hill, known all over the city of Memphis and over a portion of the world. So she's been on tour with great artists and everything. So I am honored to have her in my studio today. And we're going to talk about the music business.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
Glad you were able to make it. Let's dive right into it. Like I said, there's no formality to this. It's just you and I conversation.
Okay.
So let's talk about how you fall in love with music.
Ooh, I don't know life without it. My dad was an engineer and a singer. He was one of the Mad Lads, one of the Stax artists. He was a Stax artist with the Mad Lads. And they started as teenagers, and I was that backstage baby. I was there. I was the Stax, the Coliseum, the anywhere, traveling. I was that baby. So music has been a part of my life, all of my life.
Born in it.
Oh yeah.
Spit to the beat. Podcast. It's all about inside the music industry.
Hey guys, this is Stacy, aka Be Unstoppable Period. This Thursday, I had the pleasure of interviewing R&B recording artist Terry Harris as we sat down in the studio and discussed his latest projects on Spit to the Beat podcast, his upcoming new album, and his 2 single release, Think I'm in Love and If You're About It. You don't want to miss this show. So download Spit to the Beat podcast this Thursday at 8 a.m. Back to Spit to the Beat podcast I'm your host, Stacey, aka Be Unstoppable Period, and live in the studio with me is Miss Karen Brown, Memphis native, known all over the city. If you don't know who I'm talking about, shame on you. But also now that we talked about the international travels and your concerts and performance there. So what cities in the United States have you?
I should have made a list. So I frequent Houston and I frequent Dallas. I've been to Atlanta a couple of times. I actually just came from DC doing a gospel convention out there. But and I'm from Mississippi. I'm a Mississippi native.
Okay, what part of Mississippi?
I'm from Oxford, Mississippi, but I went to Jackson, Mississippi to go to college, and then that led me to here.
Okay.
So, Stacey, tell me, man, how long have you been doing this joint?
First time someone ever asked me a question. And you know what? I spoke that into existence today. I said, I ain't never been interviewed on my own show.
Hey, man.
Ain't that something? Since I started late February, bro.
Wow.
I built it all up in 2022, like in October. And then I finally went ahead and launched Spit to the Beat podcast in February of 2023.
Dope, bro. Dope. I love the title. I love the title.
And we are
I like that, man.
Appreciate it. And we are on all the social media platforms, Spotify, Amazon, Apple Podcasts, and all that stuff. So you definitely find the show. Yeah.
Hey, congratulations to you, black man.
Thank you to my audience. So let's pick back up there. You said you was in the studio with Willie Mitchell.
Yep.
And he told you better not touch that.
Well, he said it another way. I can't say it.
Right, I understand. You being kind.
So, yeah. I know this is probably a family show, so.
I understand.
Yeah. But he let me have it. He like, don't touch that. I mean, and like I said, I understood. It took me, because sometimes, and this goes back to what I was saying before. This really, I think this took me to another level of understanding the difference between being whatever instrument I played and being a musician. That's two different things. There's a difference between being a drummer and a musician, or a bass player and a musician. A musician goes to that other level. So he would do things like, it's more abstract. It actually is more spiritual. You know? And I didn't, at first it took me a minute, not too long, but it took me a minute to really understand what that really meant. But one of the things that helped me was one time he was trying to explain to me. I was playing on, I can't remember, it may have been an Ann Peebles album, and we were working on a track, and we ran down the track, and I guess it wasn't feeling quite like what he wanted it to feel like. And so what he would do, he would do like this. He was like, let me see if I can imitate. He said, "Hey man, can I get you to do more? Give me some more."
Some more, man.
I'm like, I was like, how do I process that with this? You know, and I need you to give me
some more feeling into it.
So I just kind of focused on what I thought he meant. I closed my eyes and I tried to. He said, "Yeah, that's it. That's it." I was like, "Oh, okay, I think I get it now." You know. So and I started thinking more like that, and I found out that it's an abstract place you have to go to. You almost have to go. This is what I tell everybody: you have to go past the music,
right,
to get to that other.
Do you love me anymore? Yeah, I know you're cold-hearted, that is for sure. Same as before, but in the end you gave me a reward. So do you
All right. Let's talk about Love Me Anymore. Now, when that Jill Scott intro, I know, right? I like, hold up, wait a minute. Yeah. Let's put some rap into this. Go ahead.
It's crazy because everybody rapping over these samples, right? And I'm like, all right, cool. Y'all want to rap on samples? Man, let's get into some real samples, man. I'm like, let me see what I can find out here, bro. I'm like, oh, Jill.
So how did you cook that up, man, in the studio?
Man, believe it or not, I'm trying to actually find the song to sample.
Okay.
I'm actually trying to find like, okay, let me get the song so I can sample it. And believe it or not, man, I get on YouTube and that beat came up. I'm like, damn, who is this?
Right.
I'm like, man, let me check bro out real quick because ain't no way I'm looking for a Jill Scott sample and he has something that, you know, when you write and you can hear it in your head, and I'm like, this is exactly what I think I've been looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And when I look for beats, man, I can be in there for like 4-5 hours just listening to beats. And I came across that one, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is it right here.
And your process.
I only need to cook one up. I want this one.
And your process, your creative process of writing. I know you said the first song and I know you do. Everyone get revelations about a song, and you got to find something to write it down real quick, and then get it out your system. Your creative process with this one, you were looking for a beat, you found Jill Scott. The words, did you know which direction you were going to go with it?
What's up? I'm Sir Henry King of Keys. Catch me this Thursday on Spit to the Beat podcast.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Dwayne McCray, owner and CEO of Stampede Music Entertainment. Hey, catch me this Thursday on Spit to the Beat podcast. Yeah.
Talk about this artist again that you say you recently signed. Tell me a little more again about her.
Yeah, her name is Tiamber, man. She had a couple of songs on iTunes, YouTube, Apple Music, of course, Amazon Music. I think it's like Spotify. You can say all the major platforms. Man, she is a dope artist, man. She has a real big personality. She's actually also a teacher for the Shelby County School District. So shout out to all the teachers. I know they enjoying this great summer break. She's a teacher as well, but man, she can sing her butt off. And then when it comes to like her pen work, man, she can write. She writes poems. She writes music. Man, she like when I tell you like the ultimate package, man, she could do some great things. But yeah, that's what we got. Her name is Tiamber. Man, met her like through like family, really.
Any young rapper that's coming up of your age, coming up, what advice would you give them as far as coming into the music industry, the pitfalls to avoid, how to stay focused, you know, getting in the studio and laying down them tracks and getting busy? What would you say to them to keep them going?
You know what I'm saying? Keep your craft first, you know what I'm saying? If this is really what you want to do, you can't put nothing before that. If you really want to see some results, they got to be, you know what I'm saying, top two, not two. You got to really be putting work in on a day-to-day basis, seeing to it that people tuning in, like it's a constant job. You know what I'm saying? Like it's endless work. Like becoming good at music and shit. That's just the first step. You know, it's a full-time job after that, and just don't get discouraged. Whatever you want to do, you can do it.
What's up, y'all? It's A-Dub. Make sure y'all go catch me on the Spit to the Beat podcast this Thursday.
You, male and female, what advice, Asia, would you give to young people who trying to get started?
Well, I would say, don't get caught up in the what ifs because, I was like that at first. I thought my career was mainly just going to be me, being a musician, because I play trumpet mainly. But when I started producing, I thought I was just going to give beats to people and have them sing on it. But then I ended up writing my first song, recording it, and it sounded great. So I would say, it just takes that first step of you just trying and not being like, what if, it's not going to work out for me, or it's a lot of people doing it. How is somebody going to pick me out of everybody? You can be that one special person.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Tim Walker. Catch me on Spit to the Beat podcast this Thursday. You don't want to miss.
I mean, we grew up like we were both a part of the States Music Academy. Shout out to States Music Academy. Now we're instructors for the program. It's crazy. But man, I grew up on church music. Grew up on Aretha Franklin, Earth, Wind and Fire. Like just the list goes on, man. So definitely some Al Green as well. So. Yeah, that's where I get my soul from.
What about you, lady?
Yeah, definitely Stacks plays a big part. And then part of it is, what my parents would listen to in the car. My mom would be listening to like Jill Scott, India Arie.
That's where I was getting ready to go with your music. I didn't want to put it in a box, but I'm glad you said it because it got that neo feel, that laid back glass of wine or something. Yeah, I'm loving it. It's tight.
A lot of people say, but I love it. That's my lane.
When you're talking about forgotten hits, what type of music? What music are you talking about?
Pretty much music.
That genre of music
Well,
that we're gonna be listening to.
Okay, you said the magic word, something big. Man, I'm gonna be playing R&B. I'm gonna be playing gospel. I'm gonna be playing probably some pop, as you can say. Believe me, some pop forgotten. There's a lot of pop forgotten hits out there, as well as R&B and some gospel. But those probably are the three main genres. But I got some surprises as well too. Once I really explode with forgotten hits. But those are the three main genres that you're going to be hearing from forgotten hits. So if you put all three of those together, man, it's going to be hundreds and thousands of songs that's going to be coming from that catalog of forgotten hits.
So there's going to be some real relaxed, feel good music, right? Got involved now. So let's go up to the year 2017. Your first project, Eternal Grateful.
Eternally Grateful.
Eternally Grateful.
Yes,
I can see the ministry in your music with all that you brought into it. So tell us about your first project. Did you collaborate with someone, or it was all you?
Actually, it was all me. But I had started, mind you, when I went to Georgia, I ended up in the deep south of Georgia. So I was evangelizing and preaching and going to wherever church God had led me to go to. And so I ended up at one church, and the pastor at that church wanted me to be a member of the church. So I said, okay, I'll sit here for a minute. But I had to let him know, look, God is not going to have me sitting up under you for too long.
And at least I want to thank me. I want to thank me for believing in me. I want to thank me for doing all this hard work. I want to thank me for having no days off. I want to thank me for never quitting.